Hey, this is Mickey from Millennium Shoes. We here right now with the Jordan 2 FTD. Check this out. Varsity red on the outsole, transcending into cement gray, running up to the toe. Go up one on the midsole. We got white throughout. As we move up to the upper, we got white going along in this plastic shield along with red above it. Run alongside the mid of the upper, you have this reptilian print embossed throughout, along with a black and varsity red outlining running throughout. White leather on the wing, as well as the white eyelets. Varsity red on the lining. Perforation going from the mid all the way around through to the toe. White on the eyelets right there. As you can see, you've got some white stitch carrying on throughout. White laces over a white perforated mid leading up to the tongue, where you got hits of perforation on either side, along with the winged Air Jordan basketball logo in varsity red and black with that varsity red piping. Quick shot of the medial similar to the lateral. Hit to the heel. As you can see, you got Nike branded within the box in black. Over the varsity red, of course, I think the 2 is always famously known for this. Want to mention under the tongue, or behind the tongue rather, you have 23 embroidered within a red tag, boxed within a black, very clean, along with red lining all throughout. Of course, the sole is typical to a Jordan 2. You got cement gray along with the red. Jordan branding, where originally in the OG there was Nike branding there. Now, here's the shoe that I gotta make some comments about. This shoe right here, OG in execution and color. Love it. We haven't seen this since 2008 when we had the CDP packs paired along with the 21. It didn't hit as well at retail at the time, mainly because most people would speculate it was paired with the 21, where people weren't as jazzed about that. Was this offered on its own back in the day? I think it would have murked. Nowadays, I think we're going to expect to see a lot of good things going on. A lot of people like this shoe. Definitely has a lot of heritage. One of the things you got to remember with the 2, this was the first time Nike chose to take their swoosh off a product, and on top of it, they paired that with one of the most recognizable endorsed athletes of the time, which was Michael Jordan. The combination was incredible. Add to that, the 2 in the original construction was all made in Italy, kind of a first for a sneaker, something you can't front on. Got a little personal story too of my own. Take it way back. A few years after this originally dropped in '91, I was out in Maryland, I was with my cousins, about 12, 13 years old, had my Reebok Pump Twilight Zone stolen out of my locker. I was freaking out, right? Didn't have no shoes, what have you. So until I could get a new pair of shoes, my aunt told me my older cousin had these from way back in the day. Now here's the funny story about this. So I borrowed my cousin Mike's Air Jordan 2s from '87. This was '91, and by then everybody who was my age only knew Jordan for the Jumpman. They weren't familiar with the wing basketball. So when I was rocking this, people were thinking I was rocking some kind of counterfeit Jordans because they didn't recognize this whole thing. I gotta even admit, I remember my cousin having these when I was a kid. I didn't know back then, in '87, that those were Jordans. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know about this wing basketball. It says Air Jordan. Nevertheless, we're all smarter and wiser as the years have gone by. We know better now. So, gotta say, glad to see this shoe back. I got a little bit of a heritage history with this because I was rocking this for a bit. 4 years old, back at the time, the model that is, but still it held up until I got a replacement pair. This is Mickey from Millennium Shoes. Keep in mind, these shoes drop this Saturday. No craziness, let's have the lineup be fun, friendly, good conversation. This is Mickey. We out!